getrennt, im Herz vereint. Wir sind schon sehr lang zusammen, dein Atem kalt, das Herz in Flammen. Du, ich, wir, ihr. Mein Herz in Flammen will dich lieben und verdammen. Dein Atem kalt, so jung und doch so alt.
The Nazis. We're back, guys.
The third, gentlemen.
The
Third
dead.
Jesus.
Can
we just get through the first 10 seconds without getting demonetized? The third, all right?
We are not going to get demonetized. How are you doing, ladies and gentlemen?
This racism is killing me inside.
How are we 3 seconds in? You know what?
It sucks, man.
As Chris hit the second pat of his shoulders, I'm like, no.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? All right, let's get.
I blamed that shit.
We get the ticker up real quick.
I was before somebody wants to go over there and celebrate a dictator that needs to die. Hi, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 3 Black Beats. We are still doing cinema. Yeah, this time it's German cinema.
You might have noticed the movie that we're talking about. There was a scene that got memed to death, like, what, about 3-4 years ago?
About 10 years ago.
Like
10 years.
10 plus years.
Look. COVID feels like it's more than 10, but you're right.
Yeah, and 2018 was like 10 years in itself.
Yeah, pretty much. So that meme of Hitler talking, everybody has used it for everything that you can imagine.
The first time I seen it was for the Buffalo Bills fucking up. I don't remember what it was. This was like when they had like Rob Johnson still quarterbacking for some stupid reason, and Tyrod Taylor like got hurt, and I don't remember it, man. I remember that being the first time I ever seen the meme.
But I would say this: any movie, this whole movie is basically a literally, as the movie is called, Downfall. It's literally any movie that talks about the Nazis getting wrecked. It's entertaining to watch, especially from their perspective, because, like, let's be real. As black folks, our claim to fame is Jesse Owens giving the middle finger to Hitler and winning the gold medal. That's pretty much what we got.
Actually, Eric, Chris, there's a part of this whole scenario that's happened to Hitler that the Africans can actually sit and be proud of. You see, yes, with the help of either the Americans, the British, or the French, a lot of Africans got Germany right the fuck about them all. Africa. More importantly, they got Italy out of Africa.
What part of Africa did they?
Almost all of Africa. The way they got
the fuck out of here. They were that deep in Africa?
Dog. The way
I didn't know they were that deep in Africa.
Winston Churchill said that Italy is the Axis' soft underbelly, and he was actually right, because they got rolled by a tiny ass squad in Egypt that was a tiny ass all Australian battalion that took out hordes of fucking Italians. Yeah?
Jesus.
Yo, all the Horn of Africa, they pretty much lost to the Americans. So Italy was a big reason why a lot of the stomping from the third happened. But when they started losing battles, like significant battles, it pretty much opened a hole, and all of it started to sink in, and that was where it really started. Also, the Japanese did something really fucking stupid, so that happened too. And now the Russians are coming into Berlin, and well, you know what, guys, it's not all the way bad for the Third Reich. You know what, Third Reich?
Turn on the camera. Josh Birnbaum, step on up. Get on the scale, son. All right. Get off the scale.
Okay, then.
That is the best example of what happened. When I tell you, not Japan, when I tell you that Germany got fizz fucked up by the Russians, I mean it. Hey, Waterman, you okay? You all right, man?
Sir, could I just say,
Yes.
Bravo,
I'm totally making this up.
Bravo.
Yes,
Bravo.
I'm totally making this up.
Bravo.
But again, 100% making this up. I do believe one of Dolphy's generals came, and, approached him and said, "Mein Führer, there are several hind D's in the sky."
You gotta get the fuck out of here.
Dog. No bullshit.
A quarter of the city, a quarter of Berlin is gone.
Let me tell you, one of the things that Hitler really, really sat on was the fact that the Russians had to go. See, a real big part of his whole movement was the eradication of the Russians because y'all niggas are too light-skinned and mixed for my liking. And I'm dead serious right there. And he launched one of the largest land invasions in the history of the earth. The last person to do that was Napoleon. And when I say history repeats itself, let me tell you something, Eric. It's a complete goddamn circle. Because much like Napoleon, they made it to Moscow and it got cold. Very, very, very cold. They lost. Now, you know, we always make fun of like, oh man, I bet they got Siberian niggas out in t-shirts in the snow, swimming in the snow, hopping out, stabbing people. That happened. That happened. They told Hitler while he was out there, Mein Führer, we probably got to go back home. Nine! Stay out there. Sir, we are losing a lot of rations. Nine!
We don't
Stay
have
out
the
there.
proper equipment.
Do you understand? We are the Third Reich. Stay! Sir, my ad are very nice Porsche tanks. That's right. Porsche made tanks. Porsche. Anyway,
straight out of Stuttgart.
Thank you, God. Look, straight out of Stuttgart. Put up like the blood joke. Anyway, there are oil literally freezing in the tanks, and we have to leave them on the side with ammunition on them. 999, keep moving forwards. Sir, we gotta leave horses on the side of the road to know where we came from. So the horses are bad, and you can eat the horses. Stay. So when springtime showed up,
I'm sorry. Sorry. My name's Dave. What if they spot the horses? They're all lined up on the street. What if the Russians see them?
Let me tell you something. Yes,
it's not like when you're a vineyard or something. I mean,
here's the worst part. You're probably saying, well, the snow melts and the Russians, because it turns 60 degrees, they turn like all Russians. They wilt and die. But no. In fact, when springtime showed up, Russia.
All right. And I've been waiting, baby.
Bear in mind,
fuck them up.
And bear in mind, the ones that got away, they had to hoof it back.
Dog. The Russians rolled into Berlin and didn't give a fuck.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
Bro, like it's to the point to where, and this is how you knew.
Chris, I'm sorry. Was that African Shao Kahn?
I'm sorry. Do you need to see him again?
I want peace. I want problems always.
First off,
it's one of the greatest. It's one of the greatest bad movies of all time. I love black people. It's black excellence, though.
First off, gentlemen, you ain't gonna put up Digimon Hansu's tether on that screen.
That's his cousin.
His
Jacob.
cousin,
Jacob
Hansu.
Jason Hunts.
But nah, this movie shows like obviously it's the downfall of Hitler, but it's also just the downfall of just everybody that followed Hitler top to bottom. It's to the point that the Hitler Youth Army was getting fucked up.
The Hitler Youth Army.
Woo.
It's exactly what you think it is. Basically, here's the thing that gets me.
What if the Boy Scouts were Nazis?
No. Well, yeah. That's actually the best way of saying it. But here's the thing. Imagine if everybody took Trump seriously. And this is D not saying hyperbole because, oh my God, Trump.
The Boys and Girls Club of the Third.
We're here in the middle of Hamburg, and we are seeing the young children run around in circus. They're running around in circus because they are not proper German children.
Yo, it was literally all hands on deck, top to bottom, with this shit. And,
Yes.
And the thing of it is, again, this movie isn't meant to sympathize with the Nazis or anything. It's
Not
just
at all.
You
Not
know what? It tries.
It tries.
It does the white
tries.
people. Don't you care what's going on? And I'm like, nah, I'm
really?
getting a sandwich, nigga.
not really. Everybody gotta go. Sorry.
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to say we got to care about people when you are literally having a full-on party. Meanwhile, 2 blocks down, the Iron Curtain is rolling everything.
My Führer. No. Ava Braun. Now, I like how you start seeing all the certain people, all his top generals. You see on Joseph Goebbels, who pretty much is the Henry Kissinger of Germany.
Also, fuck Henry Kissinger.
Fuck Henry Kissinger. I hope the devil has an iron spike and he's fucking them directly in the eye hole with a Jewish star on his forehead. I hope it all happens. Anyway, so like Kissinger's Jewish. I don't think he ever motherfucking claimed it, to be honest. Anyway, here's a funny thing. Marion Barry's in hell. Yes, he is. But he's having a good life down there. And you know what, man? You got to think about it. I like, who did you screw? You don't want to know, son. You don't want to know. Hey, like, did you live in D.C.? Yes, I did. You really don't want to know the bodies that I left in the Anacostia, son. But no, I think it's funny. The third at that time was really, it was split into two. And that's how it always was when it came to the third taking over Germany, where it was literally, if MAGA, it was taken 100% seriously. I'm not even trying to be funny with it. It's the same type of movement and all the rest of that. The only difference is Hitler's smarter. Way smarter, like very intellectually smarter than, like, there's not even a joke how smart he is compared to Trump.
You know, y'all want to know something interesting? That first of all, this movie, when it premiered at Toronto Film Festival, it caused a lot of controversy because audiences thought that they were trying to show the human side of Hitler and the members of the third.
I don't see how, because
they did a good job of it, in my opinion. They did a great job of showing how human he was.
Let me back up for a second. I think there's something people mistake because they think that showing the humanity of someone equals sympathizing. No, it's when you think about Hitler, right? We think of the prototypical stereotypes that we see in comics with Captain America punching Hitler and shit. You know, yeah, all that stuff, right? But then it's like when you really
Warner Brothers cartoons,
yeah, just everything that we know of Hitler is stereotypes, much like anything else. So, like, when you get somebody that's a historian that talks about Hitler, and it's like Hitler, and it's again, these historians aren't talking about it and trying to humanize him. It's like, no, Hitler is not what you think he was. You know, and it's like, we're not humanizing him. It's just, this is who he was. Period.
Hitler was like every politician, full of lies and full of fears. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing, I did say that I meant that Hitler had a plan because his hate really did carry over that strong. And the one lesson that a lot of people, in my opinion, super fail to realize about Hitler is not that you sympathize with him, is that you see what happens when you go all out. You see what happens when you say, I want that side eradicated. Yes, there are some times where evil totally fucking wins, okay? The Jews know that with the Holocaust. Fuck, we know that about the Easter slave trade, nigga. So it's like we know what happens when evil fucking wins. Now, do you sympathize with it? Here's the funny thing. I hear you people say, I can never sympathize with that monster. Then sit and sympathize with Vikings, English kings, and all types of royalty who fuck the poor. So I don't understand this whole thing about no to Hitler, but Jeff Bezos is all right. Like, it makes no sense to me. Like,
but it's
like,
weird.
that's how it is, yeah.
But the fact that you said, Sue, that there was controversy, I'm like, fucking controversy for what? Just because of like, and I'm gonna guess those are white folks because us as black people already know what this movie is about, so we ain't tripping off.
I think that they got distracted with what the film was trying to show them. That there was one thing that the movie did display. The movie displayed one thing about the Dolph and
the Dolph
delusion.
Delusional. Yes,
no, it's
delusion.
Yeah.
Delusion. A lot. It's weird when some leaders get to the delusional part. Now, it's funny that we talked about Malcolm X. Never delusional. In fact, he was paranoid about being paranoid. So you got Martin Luther King. He fucked behind his wife's back to loosen himself up. Look. Look, the FBI recorded him, all right? That's not our fault.
Hey, listen. After you've been smacked in the head with enough stones, I mean, you got to loosen up somehow.
I mean,
hey, look, real talk. Real talk. Look, God bless the
one was the brick. I'm just saying.
Look, and also, D's going to keep it a buck. And you know what? Who's going to come after me except the family of Martin Luther King? I don't care. Coretta probably couldn't suck a dick. So look, the thing is,
I mean, but you're right about going all in.
Sally from Biloxi knew how to, but anyway,
but you're right about the delusion of going all in because, like, when you watch this movie, you see the breakdown with Hitler where he's literally killing off generals who are telling him, "Hey, bro, we're gonna lose this shit. We're gonna have to retreat." And he's like, "Oh no, execute him. I need a general that's actually gonna be out there on the front lines." I'm like, "What the fuck? They're telling you you're gonna lose this shit and you're gonna kill him."
Chris, that was one of the biggest things that Hitler did throughout the fucking war, shooting himself in the fucking foot. Because
constantly,
much like Stalin scared everybody. When he had a heart attack, nobody would fix him because all the doctors were scared to operate on Stalin, and he fucking died.
Hold on, let's be real. Who wants to be the one? Who really wants to be the one to try to operate on him? Fuck up, because remember, this is way back in the day. You attempt to operate on him, you fuck it up, and you be the one responsible for his death. You would have took a bullet to the head right there next to him.
It won't change the present future because of time travel, but I would go back in time and kill Stalin. Like, I'll be the doctor. You mean this Negro over here? Yes, I am a
Here's
doctor.
the funny thing.
Wait, hold on. Wait, just to clarify, Chris, you would go back and do it in Minecraft. Got you.
Yeah. All right. Yes. What was the he was in Metal Gear. Who was the Russian prime minister at that time?
Galukovich.
Not Galukovich.
Oh, you talking about way back. You're talking about Khrushchev.
Khrushchev
said this famously. I think we all, as the Russian people, will say this. Stalin kind of sucked. Boo, boo. Come on, we all said it.
We all thought it.
We all thought it. Don't do that. We all thought that.
Oh, yeah, this is
I know Yuri did. I
knew I shouldn't have said it. This is gonna come back to bite me. I swear. Like, I swear, somehow, some way, an American woman and an American man with an eye patch is gonna fuck all of this up, and I'm gonna be outed of power.
Hey, can I be real though? It is ironic.
You mean to tell me Voyevota is here?
I do find it ironic though, because we talk about like Hitler and him shooting himself in the foot.
David Crow.
It starts to add up when you look at other media, like for instance, Justice League, where Vandal Savage is like, yeah, Hitler's a dumbass. That's why I put that motherfucker in deep freeze.
Ain't that a bitch? Here's the thing about Vandal Savage. He is so broken and yet loses constantly.
But I respect it. Red Skull. Yeah, Hitler didn't really have vision. I got vision. All right, come on.
No.
Vision.
No.
And the Tesseract.
Hey.
Basically.
Red Skull was like, first off, like, honestly, he couldn't do the push-up. Why is we are following this man?
It's like I don't hate black people. I just
I don't hate black people. Yeah. Oh my god.
I
But
don't see
here's the
color.
thing. But here's the thing.
I'm indifferent.
While all that is now, the story follows, guy.
A
The
black
story.
Captain America.
Trouble Man was a very good album. He's way out of line.
But no, continue, sir. Continue, D. Continue.
But Hitler, like your boy, Mr. Shekhar Gruber really did fuck up a lot. And the one problem that he had was that he just trusted a lot of the things. Now, let's just be real. I'm not comparing the two, but if y'all see football, y'all know this. Dolphy Boy was a lot like Cam Newton. He knew how to win, didn't know how to fucking lose. And I really mean that last part. Hitler never knew how to back out of anything. For a man that was so sure that he was German, he ain't bust no Austrian nut. Matter way, guys, did y'all catch that in the end of the movie where he married Ava Braun? Did y'all catch that? I loved it. He looked at Ava. Are you German? Das like ja. It was like Hitler. Are you? Here's Hitler. I'm like, woo, don't matter. Hey, Shekhar Gruber, you're gonna find out that last name is Austrian, ain't they, nigga?
Also,
you mutt.
I'm gonna kind of go with white people on this. So Hitler, you couldn't just do what most people do. You know, sometimes people do and just take the collar off your dog and just let them go off into the wild. You just gotta poison the dog.
No,
like, really?
No.
The fuck, the dog didn't have nothing to do with the war. He's just chilling.
Sir, say that for. I need you to say that same thing to the 6 kids who were roofied and then
Yo, when he did, I was like, dog, what's this Titanic where you tell the story to your kid and like we're going to drown, so just go ahead and hold your
daughter. No, like I said, roofied all the children and then gave them all. I'm not gonna say the word, but I'm gonna say this one: the fake death pill.
Sir, they gave him the red pill. All right, come on, not the red pill that you
also,
know.
you forget that Chris pulled a JBL in
smoke. Gotta be real. Fresh and Fit will literally look at Hitler and be like, "You're such a pussy, man. See, you need this high value."
I was your wife. If I was me, I would get into the newest Mercedes Benz and drive out of there. Already be halfway to Argentina by now. Okay,
I'll be sucking Stalin's dick right now. All right,
you know what I mean?
It sucked. You mean
I'm leaving it to these two. This is way too easy. This is the lowest of low hanging fruit.
The Kareem hook shot.
It really is not stopping it. It's LeBron dribble. That's it. Stop it. No one has stopped it. That nigga's 59 years old and nobody has stopped that damn shot. Yo, Eris, my thing is this. We have met a lot of people, but the one person that we need to talk about real quick because you briefly talked about children dying, and that's Joseph Goebbels, who looked at everybody like, y'all really trying to run on your Führer. This is important that we stay. This is important that we fight as much as possible. The rest of the soldiers.
Cool.
No,
I'm so glad you used that picture because that was probably the worst picture.
I had to use the best one. So the story, the story pretty much goes like this. It follows a young girl who joins the Third Reich, and she wants to be a part of the Third, and she gets to be a secretary for Mein Führer, and it's important, and it's so awesome, and it's lovely. 2 years later, all of Berlin is getting backshotted by the Russians. And people got bulletproof vests on, Can I say for the record, the 2.5 years later, and then right after
the Dolph's birthday.
Dolph.
The Red
Dolph.
Army. The Red Army.
The Red Ribbon Army.
The Red Ribbon Army.
Ba, 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 dum, dum, dum. Ba, da, 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 da.
Sir, the Red Ribbon Army just they looked at the calendar and said, "Oh, it's his birthday."
They killed. I mean, at this point, here's the worst part. They are what we said earlier. The youth squad, the Hitler's youth squad, is out there, and Hitler is out there awarding medals to these kids who are going to die in the next 4 hours. And the one thing that you notice from Hitler very early,
you're very generous. You mean the next 30 minutes?
Now, here's the thing. Earlier, when we seen him the scene before 2 years ago, you saw this from Hitler. You saw his hand slow, like yeah. You know, it's a nod, but it's not a real nod to it. You see him now, he's constantly like moving his hand. He's scared, he's twitching, he can't stop trembling. He's clearly he's up Shit's Creek without no type of paddle.
No, it wasn't just that. Hitler actually had Parkinson's.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that is a real thing. You're right.
Yeah, Parkinson's. That's why you saw him shaking. It wasn't as bad when he was giving out the medals. Yeah. 2 years later, after his 56th birthday.
Much like if you see a picture of no bullshit, it's so fucking funny. If you see a picture of Abraham Lincoln when he first became president and Abraham Lincoln at the end of the Civil War, this man looks like a ghost. He looks like what happens to white people when they call somebody nigger every single day. That's how Lincoln looks. It took so much out of him. So, like, the only sympathy I will give Dolphy is, bombs keep coming, huh, bro? That's all I can say.
So what you're saying is, did he have the shakes?
What I'm saying is, dog. All these kids there's children getting pieced out. I like how the one girl is like super. I will fight my mind Fuhrer, and then a mortar just freaking Fortnite blows her up and shit. You just saw her legs.
I'll be real. This whole movie is this. It's literally this.
You gave me enough time. I would have gave him a hat. You should have gave me enough time. I would have gave him a hat.
You need the MS Paint, the third uniform.
I gotta do it right and make it look like either an Inquisitor off a motherfucking off Warhammer, or make it look like a Xeon soldier so I can get around just in case they say some shit.
Hey, unlike the Nazis, Xeons at least have fucking ace pilots and shit.
Dog, like the fact,
sir, according to the Dolph, they have the greatest air force, the strongest air force.
Yes, Lufa Squadron.
This side of the wall
that was getting murked by a bunch of niggas in planes. So,
sir, they didn't even get off the ground.
Yeah, a bunch of niggas in planes took them out.
Oh,
I watched Red Tails. I know the history.
It's like, you remember that scene?
No, that's actually a story. It's one of the actual.
You remember that scene from Independence Day when the alien ships came through and they just started murking everybody on the military base? No one had time to get into a plane or nothing.
Did you guys find it funny that the fucking military mind guy was like, they're attacking our planes? No shit, you're out in the fucking open. What did you think was gonna happen? Like,
the part that killed me is that one of the people that was protecting the president was clearly a hobo. And I feel like, real talk, Roland Emmerich actually had a point to make, but it didn't go over, and the executives was like, shut the fuck up, Ron. Like, roll, shut up.
With a shotgun.
Bro, that's like me all of a sudden being like, I'm Biden's fucking damn Secret Service and I got a fucking BB gun. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing here?
Sir, this is today's times. It would be an airsoft.
Yeah, well, airsoft BB gun.
Airsoft with the actual gas pressure release and everything.
Sir, I'm sorry. You are of the mammal called coon. They would shoot you.
Well, you know, when there's an alien invasion, they're not going to care that.
I'm about to say,
ain't
I'm about
care.
to say, wait, who's gonna shoot them? The aliens or regular people? Because I got 10
Court-
one odds
regular
with regular people.
According to Roland Emmerich,
Niggas running at me. Psh, oh, that's the soldiers.
according to Roland Emmerich, racism is gone when aliens attack. Apparently, so,
Usually that's what's supposed to happen, but that is what's supposed to happen. So we don't know.
Well, we clearly see that the Dolph didn't get none of that Roland Emmerich magic to turn this shit around.
There's no more. Look, when you're that evil, like like the Dolph, you don't get plot armor. You don't get nothing. You
don't.
No. Your plot armor ran out the early part of the war where you thought you were winning. That's where your plot armor was at.
Dog, they was getting messages and all the rest of that, and the United States even said something. This is what the United States said.
I'm him. I've been him. I will continue to be him.
Literally, I mean, we really did kind of like
America locked down the whole east side. Like, what you like the whole west side? What you trying to do? You can't even come out this side of the city. What you trying to do, nigga?
Hey, we even gave the blacks their own air force. That's how we roll.
Not only did the blacks with the Air Force, it was a combined effort, Chris. Because see, what happened was Hitler said, "This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna blitz these niggas again," and it worked for half a second. And he actually got a United States squadron on, under like not hostage, but they had them trapped. And they told them, "Give up, or we'll kill you in the morning." Do you know what the commander said? "Quote unquote, nuts." They came out there the next day and beat the living shit out the Germans.
Teach your man how to squabble. Get that trigger next time, nigga.
Bro, you know what? You start one. You know, every time we're talking about this, I'm starting to understand why. I'm starting to understand why boomers are so like World War II. That was a war,
a real war.
World War II was just fun. It was just fun.
Shut up!
I'm sorry, what?
Shut up. You said a real.
I had to say it in the voice too.
All right, it's a real war, son. Not your Vietnam jerking off in the desert, no, jerking off in the jungle, doing your mushrooms. We had a real man's war. Because that's the line. That's the line that us old, God, what was the generation? The forgotten generation? That's what we say to you young kids. Greatest generation, or whatever they were called. Yeah. They that shitted on baby boomers, and baby boomers didn't learn a lesson and said, "I'm going to be just like granddaddy, and I'll fuck the world."
Meanwhile, Gen Xers are talking about the fucking.
Gen X is talking hot shit. You don't want there to be a Gen X president. He's not going to give a fuck. Hey, sir. Gen X is one of two things. Either they're boomers that know how to use the internet, or B, they're fucking late bloomer millennials. They either have a drinking problem or a marijuana problem. It matters where they were born. Okay, so that's about it.
Gen X is over exaggerating Desert Storm.
See, man, I knew 3 people that was out there for a month.
As somebody that had an uncle over in Desert Storm, he's like, "There ain't shit that happened over in Desert Storm. That was it literally was an air battle. That was it. That was Desert Storm. It was air battle.
Desert Storm. You wouldn't know, man. You weren't there.
Like, you didn't do shit."
What I love is how we had baby boomers who knew the very tough shit about the Vietnam War. Look at all of these young millennials coming back from the Middle East, and they said, "So when are you going to get a job?"
Dude, that was
cut the cameras. Dead ass.
That hurt. I'm sorry. Who did that hurt? Was that you or Chris? Who was that? That looked like I.
Look, there's a reason
Deep.
why.
I'm sorry, Earth.
Nah.
I knew 4 veterans. I knew 4 veterans that came back from fighting. They was like, "So where you going to get a job?" They just kill people, nigga. You don't let that nigga detox for the 4 months before you get a regular job, before you kill everybody.
The reason why my favorite line, but it's again such a boomer line. "Cap, if you die, walk it off." I'm like, bro, chill, bro. A hard line, but dog, these are young people. You're a boomer. These are Gen X and some millennials. Easy, Cap. Easy.
I hate to be that other person. How old are you? I'm 60. You weren't in the Vietnam War. I need you to shut up. It just missed you. You were 17 when it was still going on, and it stopped when you were 18. I need you to stop with this. We were a tough generation. Get out of here. Stop that, man.
Our generation.
First of all, sir, you are a frozen white man from the 1920s. I know you were racist.
I want.
Sam is his buddy. He has a black friend. You know how that works.
That's only because he got acclimated to what was happening in the world, Chris.
And I still want.
And he was just good at adjusting. Okay.
Also, Chris, think about it. If the black person he met was one of those black people, it still would have been disastrous.
Oh, you mean like
what about black people? Well, yeah. Slavery years ago, man. We're different now. One of those black people.
Again, Battlestar Falcon Winter Soldier. That's one of the good guys.
Full chest comment. Yeah, racism is dead. We can all love each other now. That shit.
But did y'all like how the movie, with it starting with Ava Braun interviewing for the secretary job, and then it just flashes forward to just shit going nuts.
That wasn't Ava Braun.
I thought it was Ava Braun.
No, God no. That was
no, it wasn't.
That was was it Childo Junge?
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
she was a real life. She real life person too.
Yeah.
So happy.
In fact, at the end of the movie, you see her in an like an excerpt from her interview. I think like the last interview that she did before she died. Yeah, because she died 2 years before this movie came out.
There were there was like a couple of people that were still alive when this movie was released. Yeah, there were still like 4 or 5 Nazis still bouncing around here.
Her 3 years after getting hired. Bro.
So who did you work for? Look, dog. Look, I type fast. You can just get me.
Just get me. I don't know why we're doing this here.
Lady, this is Germany in 1970. We all work for Mein Führer. Let's not act like we did it. Okay. The one thing though, this movie had a lesson. One of the lessons this movie had was from her. At the end of the movie, she was talking about, I was young and I joined the Nazis. I always said that was an excuse. I was just young. And then I went back to Berlin and I see a statue of one of the freedom fighters who was a socialist freedom fighter. We were both the same age and she died at 20 years old. I had no excuse. Hate has no excuse. I'm like, that's heavy. I mean, like that. It's the truth. It's like, I was dumb and young, but that's still not an excuse.
Yeah, I mean, the Liam Neeson, I was walking around for black folks, and now I realize my error of my ways.
I think it was that. Unlike, look, Liam was in the car. I'm gonna have to find a black guy. It's gonna be like Sugar Ray Leonard. What am I doing? This is not right.
Go home.
I should be a thespian.
Secret origin story of Liam Neeson.
Go home, made passionate North Irish love to his girlfriend at the time. I'm a new man, less.
It's amazing how Germany, though, as a culture, like the newer generation, is still reckoning with the stuff that's in the past in a way. But like the newer generation, they're like, well, we're far removed from it, but we understand. They have a full understanding of it, top to bottom of it. So there's no like ignorance with it compared to like previous generations where it took them a minute for them like, shit, we do have to reckon with this situation that happened.
And then Russia splitting on Germany in half, West and East Germany, that really stewed a whole lot of that up too. And then they split Berlin in half, where one half of the city was socialist and the other half was capitalist. And
then David Hasselhoff came through.
Like it lasted for a long time. You know what happened with the Cold War? It was, you could really say Chernobyl had a big part of it. You could really say Russia just ran out of gas. You can say it's a lot of different things. The espionage that went behind both countries taking each other out, that's a whole different subject. But yeah, at this point, like I said, the Russians are just stomping these niggas and going inside. And I like how finally Abel was like, everybody, let's dance. This bitch turn on.
Uh-oh. You muted it.
Either that or his network.
Boom.
What happens?
Turn the music back on. Da 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 da. And your girl was like, "Oh, we gonna die. We gonna die." My girl had a full-on panic attack. Yeah,
I don't blame her.
She's the only person you really sympathize in this movie because, yeah, you're supposed to in this regard. You know, she is dealing with a bunch of people who are living in a fantasy. Down to Ava's brother showing up like, Ava, let's get out the city. No, I want to stay with Hitler. Come with me, come with me, sis. We don't need to be here. Turn the music louder. Da 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 da. Negro, Negro, Negro music, Negro, Negro. They're so brown and so jelly.
Explosion.
Okay, watch your back.
Hey, my name is Hugo, and I'm with the Russian people. I don't know how to speak German. That's all shit.
I'm with the red.
I'm with the Reds. Maybe I should just.
I'm sorry. No, that explosion. No, when they heard that explosion and everything shifted, that was the sound.
Yeah, like a wig.
Nigga, did I just catch you having fun?
That happened several times in this movie.
Several.
If it wasn't Hitler executing somebody else who actually had the smarts to dip out the war, it's people getting fucking smacked across the fucking face multiple times.
It really is, huh?
It was also people that literally requested. They were like, "Listen, Mein Führer, I just want to get my family out of Berlin. Can I please leave Berlin?" You are a strong general. I need you here. But Mein Führer, we don't have the equipment. We don't have the ammo. We've been running out of ammo. We're running out of water. We're running out of munitions and ordnance. I mean, what are we to do? It's okay. Like, I will send for Amsterdam.
Man, I would have went AWOL so goddamn quick. I would have
know what I'm doing. I know this is fucked up, but it's Hitler, so it don't matter, y'all.
First of all, like Chris, I'm sorry. You trying to go AWOL would not work.
Because I'm black.
No, not even because of that. Because these guys did not have the good foresight to say, "Hey, let me take off the Xeon uniform, throw on a t-shirt and jeans, and try, shave my shit.
I'm just a poor farmer in Germany."
They didn't think to do that. Instead, all right, I'm gonna get killed if I desert. I'm gonna get killed if I stay. Oh, hey, there's some grenades over here. Let me go ahead and take these right quick.
Because here's the thing.
And yes, what happened next is my man was sitting having dinner with his wife and 2 children.
You know what I was thinking, James? With all this blowing up, we can actually go to Dusseldorf like I told you. I told you they weren't blowing up over there. But now we can do it. We go, all right, kids. We good. So do you have anything important to say? Mom, what's life like? Life is beautiful. Life has always been beautiful. Isn't that right, mine husband?
Yeah. You don't see the camera underneath the table. It's like click. Next.
Well, let me tell you something. There is a measure of. Here's how bad it was. You couldn't even pull a Charlie Sheen from Platoon where he stabbed his leg to get the fuck out of Vietnam and shit.
No, none of that works.
Bro, they were murdering. They were murdering decrepit old men because they didn't want to fight. That's how bad it was. It was like, holy shit, they're killing old men.
I need y'all to understand that Berlin, the Dolph's bunker was nothing more than a damn kill box.
Mm-hmm.
Also, all through France and all through Germany countryside right now.
You don't want your top military guards to be decapitated, heads on pikes around the Bastille, okay? You don't want that. La resistance! Okay, you don't want any of that, okay? You don't want that to happen.
That is exactly what was happening. Lord, is this dogs? You don't want that to happen. No, you don't. It's the low resistance, isn't it?
Yes. Y'all just running through the city, bombing shit.
Mein Führer, it seems that the Russians will be in here in under 10 hours. Hitler.
How you doing, little Tony? Bad? Why do you feel bad? Because everything's falling apart and I can't do anything about it? It's not your fault. I know it's not my fault, but whose fault is it if it's not my fault? It's their fault. That's right, it's their fault. It's their fault. It's their fault.
That's accurate, sir. Accurate.
Very, very fucking accurate, yeah, to a T of what happened, yeah. This nigga started blaming everybody, yeah.
Bro, Goring was like, bro, yeah, can I get state leadership? No. Or I'm a traitor now.
So I'm gonna drink some whiskey. You want to kill yourself? Yeah, man. I feel like
might as well just go ahead and knock this out right now.
Bruh.
David Ron's brother is the MVP. This nigga in bed with some of the best mediocre, but I'm about to die, pussy in the world. Gling gling. Hello. Zing my finger. Fuck y'all. Click.
Be deep in this fucking.
Zing click. No. Zing click. Zing click.
No.
Knee deep in some fucking damn Nazi pussy. Great.
This man picked up the phone. The only thing he hears on the other side is fucking Rammstein. He said, "Nah, not today."
I'm mad. D said mediocre.
Oh, I'm sure it was mediocre. But when you about to die, no. But when you about to die, mediocre suddenly gets like an additional 50 points and gets into fucking S tier.
Sir, that's on the level of end of the world pussy. That shit is fucking astronomical. That is S plus.
Hey, Chris.
Finest.
It's this. Hey, Chris, it's this. Look at her. All of a sudden, you're the most beautiful woman in the world. And Sarah J is pointing back, looking back at him. Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude. You can't do that because it reminds me of that shit with Denzel in Flight where he had that fucking big jug of the fucking liquor and just drank it in the fucking car. You can't do that.
Oh god, dude, it's Sarah J in her Zarbon transform state.
Nigga. With the glasses on, the Sarah Palin glasses on.
Woo! No, no. There's only one person that does Sarah Palin, and that's Lisa Ann. But we ain't gonna talk about that.
You're right.
We ain't gonna talk about that. This is not the podcast for that.
Sarah J goes from a 7 to like a 20, and it's like, Jesus.
No, she goes from a 7 to bitch the door. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I'm talking about when you drink alcohol. And
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. This becomes a 12. I'm telling you. I get 8. Looks like this. I get 12 extra points. Here's you, Eris. 8.
Like I said, 8 1/4.
Yeah, she spits your semen out like Triple H.
So we have Hey, Sarah J.
What's up, baby? Talk that shit down.
It's black men that won't stick their dick in you over here saying that shit. What you want to do? You trying to fight? Looking like the kid of Lyle's mama.
I'm so over this.
I like, you know what though? If there is a moment, like I always joke about how like when us as black people go back in time, I would like to be go back in time and just be invisible and shit and just watch all the fucking bullshit that happened. Just see all that in real time, transparent, and be like, for shame.
How y'all just gonna blow a 3-1 lead like that,
bro? Right?
I mean, we did not blow as a 3-1 lead. We are showing the world why the German people will always stand.
Cool.
listen.
Look here, Gerby. Look here, Gerby.
No, listen.
Look here, JoJo.
Sir. Excuse me. Mine nigga. I need you. I need you to understand.
Time out. You can't fucking put t-shirt ideas in my goddamn head, sir. We need that mine nigga.
I'm saying you cannot sit here and tell me that you guys have a solid plan of getting around this. You cannot turn this shit around. You're dealing with Russia. You want to? I need you to understand Russia. Okay, that's Germany times 15.
They're Germany with weaker toilets.
We're getting stomped out there by a bunch of Commander Blues.
At this point, like Ukraine and Russia are pretty much together, right?
Oh yes, they were. Yeah. Nigga, everybody was together.
Oh yes, they are. That's all the U.S. That's the USSR, sir. That's the whole front of the USSR.
Ironically enough, I heard today. Well, you know, blood money, and you know how the military economy, war economy works. I guess apparently all of our donating money to Ukraine paid off because they took out 3/4 of Russian forces.
Again, the United States, even when we're throwing
I'm him. I've been him. I will continue to be him.
Yo, Ukraine, because look, actually, this is related to this movie. Funny enough, we were in a group chat on Facebook when the Ukraine forces invaded Russia, and Putin was like, "Oh shit, I gotta get the fuck up out of here" and shit. Kind of like Downfall, except Hitler said, "I'm not getting the fuck up out of here. I'm staying here."
What I don't get is how Ava. No, go ahead, D.
Say what fucked it up.
Go ahead.
Yeah, what fucked it up?
No, you good. Go.
Okay.
No, I'm just.
All I was just going to mention was Ava Braun's brother. You're right. My man was a pure deserter, but how can you be a deserter and fail at deserting?
Because
no, hear me out. No, that don't work. That don't count. He could have just took the shit off. There was plenty of rags.
We've watched Inglourious Bastards. Once you're a Nazi, you can't run away from that.
You can't. But
my favorite part.
Listen,
the best part about that.
No, you.
Which is better, that one?
How you go out?
D. Which is better, that one or my man in the red brown cap? Hi, Hitler. Which one?
Those are different levels. Of shouting the Führer's name. Okay, those are different levels.
I'm mad
okay?
because I was.
One was I'm still loyal to that nigga. Took my man's head off, yeah. Ava Braun's brother did the right thing, though. Like I said, deep inside.
No, dude. No, he didn't. He didn't do the no. He did the right thing, but he executed it terribly. Like, you're not just gonna desert, but hang out next door.
You know what? That is stupid.
Like, how you just gonna be hiding next door after dessert?
It's just like you know what it is? It reminds me.
Hey, yo, sis, I love you. I'm gonna check back on you at around 11 o'clock, and I'm gonna leave, and you better be ready. I think that's what.
No.
I think that's what
that is literally equivalent.
He was staying over just in case he get Ava by.
It's equivalent of a man that's never left the DC metropolitan area, and when he has to escape from police, he lives in Largo and thinks, "Well, if I go over to Northern Virginia, they never going to find me." It's like, bro, you're still in the DMV.
No.
They're gonna know you're here. What the fuck, man?
All drug dealers do the same move. They hide and land them.
Hold on. Let's get one thing straight. At least,
you're right.
Let's get one thing straight. at least when John Wilkes Booth planned and accomplished his mission of his assassination mission, he didn't hide out in DC. The man, he was hiding out in Clinton, Maryland.
No, Clinton was a stop. That motherfucker got all the way to Point Lookout.
He did get the Point Lookout. Yes,
that's a long ass fucking like niggle for broken leg.
My point is that he at least had the wherewithal to know. Okay, I ain't gonna hide out here. I'm gonna make a stop over here in Clinton right quick. Gas up, load up, sharpen my wooden leg real quick. You know what I'm saying? Get that polish on, get that lacquer on right quick. Then after that, I'm hoofing it.
Ye old Ratsville High School.
Right?
Yes.
It's right across the street where
you know the sick part. Like if you live in this area, there's different parts of this area that has.
He was across the street from the BK Millers.
Bro, here's the kicker. Like the funny thing about being in this area is that there are different spots in this area that has a lot of historical reference. So when we first moved to Clinton, and I just see the Surratt's house, and it's all even to this day, it stays getting busy with tourists and stuff. And my dad was like, "Oh yeah, that's where John Wilkes Booth stopped off at, after he shot, Abraham Lincoln in the Ford Theater." And I was like, "Get out of here!" And he's like, "Yeah, you stop here," and then kept going. And I was like, "Wow." And then there's other parts of Maryland where it's like, "Oh, slaves were here." Crazy.
This is where they got dropped off.
Yeah, basically, like hey.
The part that got
go ahead.
The part that got me is that there's a story about a little girl that was at a slave was in a plantation over in Oxon Hill. That's where the National Harbor is, and it's a very famous story how a little girl set the whole fucking plantation on fire by herself and got free. And I thought to myself, why did y'all not teach this to little black children in Prince George's County? Why?
Because lazy.
You niggers too much faith.
Can't give you hope. What's that?
Come on, one day you might run away from us.
You know what? I'm glad I said hope, because that's what Hitler did to all his soldiers. He took hope from them, took it all, which is weird because it's like you're sitting up there trying to, like you said, putting up this front of like this, like, oh, we're gonna do this, but at the same time, it's like you took away hope because you basically killed all your competent people for what? It's just crazy. A whole country's hope just got.
What was the reason? I had a reason. What was the reason? What was the reason? I just explained the reason. What was the reason, bitch? I don't need to.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. Like, just what was the reason? Why? I feel there's a what if thing. I feel there's a what if thing where it's like, what if Hitler actually did retreat?
There's several.
When you were ordered to do something and it goes completely against everything that you stand for, for a fact that this shit was never going to work, and you defied those orders, and this is like your closest confidant, right? Mm-hmm. He was good and gone for a minute. But then when news came up of his disappearance and refusal to follow orders, Chris, I think the moment I'm about to mention here. Mm-hmm. This shot right here belongs in Watch Mojo's top 10 anime betrayals.
Bro.
That shot.
Like the tear,
the single tear.
Hey, sir, even though it is the time period, gave him the fucking Nino Brown single tear before he shot G Money.
And the thing is, he didn't even shoot him. That man said, "I'm leaving Berlin.
I'm out."
He's like, "I'm out. This is done. This right here is done. We are done."
I like how one of his boys literally came to him and asked him, could he leave his post, and he said no and shot his ass.
Yes.
What was it? I'm trying to think. Was it Feiglin?
Yeah, it was him.
Yeah, Feiglin. Like, he literally I'm like, at this point, dog, I don't think you want to ask Hitler any sort of permission. Just fucking do it.
Also, Also, keep in mind, this is a family man, by the way. He got like several kids, a wife at home, and Ava is over here pleading, begging.
Please don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't kill him, please. He's got a wife and kids. My man said, nah, he gotta go.
Yo, it's like any person with you pretty much had to just basically table your common sense notions to Hitler. Like, if I see Hitler killing a bunch of people that actually are giving him sound advice, at that point I have to be like, you know what? I'm just going to shut my mouth and not say nothing.
See, but then that's when you're put in that position, Chris. Like, okay, do I say something to catch a bullet, or do I stay here and catch a bullet?
I'll be real. I will probably pull a DJ and be like, so let me get some money, put that shit in a briefcase, and
sir, I'm gonna need you to stop believing that there really was an underground tunnel that connects to fucking Dusseldorf or some other location.
I got paid, man.
I really need you to stop thinking that, because when Ava and like all the other women that was there trying to have that party, thinking, oh no, we have an underground tunnel, and the tunnel will take us from here to a whole other part of Germany. I'm like, when?
The whole new world.
When? No. When?
A new fantastic break for us.
No, D, stop it. I need to know. Show me the schematics. Show me the dossier. When did that happen?
Me
that's the thing, Eris.
Me hearing that.
Eris, that's the thing. You would think of all the technology advances, all of the real talk, all of the real architecture and infrastructure that the Germans did, you would think they would have a leg up, or at least a plan to back out of shit. But they literally looked at their leader, and their leader was like, das ist gut. And just hobble back into his house while their whole fucking country takes another suplex. It's sad, because
executive suplexes.
And see, here's the thing: whatever a lot of people fear when it comes to a leader who is not effective and shit. Like I think a lot of people are scared that America would get into this same situation and Trump would turn on all of us. Like, I didn't like the Americans. I didn't like it. The people of whatever country's taking us over, whatever Call of Duty, Modern Warfare country that's taking us over. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's always been a cautionary tale to look at these motherfucking leaders who have pure hubris that don't want to back out of nothing, And the fact that everybody was just so easy with killing themselves about the situation. Like you said, Goebbels' wife killing his kids. It was sad. But what got me, Eris, was the oldest one. Yeah. She knew what was up because she didn't want to get roofied. And even with the roofie, they still put the fucking cyanide pill in her mouth, try to break that joke. And when she woke up, they literally did this.
Run, wastebasket, run!
Children died. Okay? Children died. I mean, it makes it so bad. They was like singing the most famous song for Hitler. Hitler was like, "Das sing." And they was all like, 99 love balloons. Like, they was thinking that shit. You know what I mean?
Did you like how the Dolph received a message from Goring asking for state leadership to go to
nigga? Yo, Hitler looked at him like, nigga, what?
He looked at that shit and said, "Oh, word? All right.
Right.
He said, all right, look.
That's how it is.
He said, look, he's a traitor. I'm ordering, you're going to get these orders, the order for your dismissal, and you are to be executed."
Sir, I went all right. You can suck my dick.
Actually, this is Goring.
But you got to have vision.
But him asking for state leadership, like, do you see that?
D, before, like, D, when you had left, I was mentioning to Chris that this was like, Watch Mojo's top 10 anime betrayals of all time, when Spear came back and told the Dolph that he intentionally defied his orders. Bruh, the single tear.
It's the Nino Brown tier.
The man tier.
The
man tier.
And you want to know something?
I like it.
You want to know something? Spirit got off light because out of everyone else who got executed for less, he was allowed to leave, knowing that he was definitely betrayed. He said, "You know what? I can't even kill you. I can't." Matter of fact, when he went when Spirit went to shake the Dolph's hand, and then when he refused to shake his hand, I was like, "Oh, that is a level of disappointment that there's no coming back from. There's no redeeming."
Grove Street, mein Führer, Grove Street for life. Yeah. No.
Son, when the Red Army is going through the like just storming the streets, murking everybody. Hell, you even had the some of the third that were executing their own and hanging them from lampposts. And you think that was really supposed to scare?
Yep.
Was that really supposed to scare the Red Army? I can tell you right now.
Actually, I think them niggas like, did we do that?
No. I can tell you right now. This was the Red Army when they saw it.
Pretty much.
These niggas. They hanging the old people. We watching these niggas. I like my do-rag. Too.
It's like, are you serious?
I like my do-rag. Too.
I mean, awful. Just awful.
This is why
no one had the gall, the stones to just tell the Dolph.
You blew it. You had it all and you blew it.
He's a stubborn old man. What the fuck you think was gonna happen?
God, you gotta think about it. Joe Biden will wait until all of DC's on fire. He'd be like, okay. Where was I? Where am I at? Mr. Biden. Oh, yeah. The war.
No, sir. So hold on. You're giving that a little too much credit. That'd be more of we're doing Burning Man in DC.
No, sir. Where's Kabbalah at? Kamala's talking in German because the Wolfenstein army got her, and she's over there like, I see Wolfenstein.
I told you she was a traitor.
Boy, think about it. I told you it was a traitor. There's only one thing to do. Yeah. So, Raiden, do you want to save your country?
Cyborg Ninja Raiden.
Metal Gear Rising. How Raiden saves Joe Biden's presidency. Boy, that's what next thing you know, Ryan's like, it looks like I take care of everything. President Biden, I have all of a sudden you see a muscle-bound Steve Bannon. Ah! I knew this was happening. Nano machine, son.
Hold up. You didn't do the sumo pros. If there's one thing I can take away from Rise from Revengeance, Rodden's reaction is how my reaction was. The fuck is this?
University of Texas.
Boy, Steve Bannon's decrepit ayahuasca taking hands, rubbing his chest. The fuck? Nano machines,
son.
The best thing. Boy.
Platinum Games, you the GOAT for that game.
Boy.
It is a crime. It is a crime against humanity and nature itself that you never will ever be able to make a sequel.
Hey man, at least I got to play as Cyborg Antonio Banderas. That's great.
But before you fight all the way Nano Machine Steve Bannon, he's like, we made sure we keep you liberals in check. He presses a button, all of a sudden you see three things coming down. Shh. Greta Von, whatever the little girl's name is, she's like a cyborg ninja. Did you see Ruth Bader Ginsburg from the dead? Shh.
Stop it.
But all of a sudden, the big one, do, and here's Ryder. This can't be. Actually, yes, it is.
You are not going to tell me that we got Cyborg Greta Thunberg. I need you to stop.
Look, let's keep it real. She sucks. But she's the first one you get off the board. It's really easy to take her out.
It's Cyborg George Bush Sr. in his prime.
Boy, you got all these tubes going to his neck. That's right, Daddy. Grow bigger. Cyber Bush.
Hey, CJ, I know who he is too. He's Monsoon.
Bro.
He's Monsoon.
Yep.
If there's anybody from Rising boss character that he would be, he's Monsoon.
Jesus Christ, man.
Oh my God.
Not like I would give him the Sundowner, but no, that's Obeezy.
Lord, man.
Bro,
so downfall's coming down. Well, anyway, we're down to the end. I'm sorry, we're down to the last part of Downfall. You know where this movie is going to. Hitler and Eva Braun in that room.
Elope.
Kaplooey.
Sir, I don't have according to history, we don't have an accurate description of his last will and testament, and him holding on to the gun, walking in that room with Ava. So here's B-roll of Beat Takeshi. There you go.
Sir. That's great.
Classy joke from 3BG. Yeah, woo!
It's great. But see, here's the thing. We have video of that B-roll footage.
That will never not be funny.
First off, that song is stupid, but it slaps. But second off,
oh God. Hold up. We were talking about Joe. We were talking about Biden.
Sleepy steak.
I'm done with the chat.
Personal Viva, you're the GOAT for that.
Now think about it. I know all about this. Whoa. I've been waiting for you, big boss. You like 1970s Joe Biden. He looks a lot like Hunter. I wonder if he's doing the same illegal shit in the desert like Hunter. I like how the Republicans are literally going after a dude that they would fuck with 7 times out of the week. I'm sorry, you screw over third world countries? Why do we hate you again?
And you hated blacks at one point? Crazy.
Like, really?
Well, we gotta take you down.
No. Like, no. Hang on. Look over there right quick. What? Judo chop. And
take the laptop.
No, hold on. No, not the no, D. Metal Gear. And let's go ahead and hold that triangle button and the balloon. Send them back to Mother Base.
You know what? They're trying to get him. You want to know why? He's basically the Republicans are just jealous because their fucking dumbass is a dumbass, and they have an old dumbass. It's just jealousy. It's jealousy. It's old dumbass versus smart old dumbass.
Smart old dumbass. One fully goes to sleep. One goes to sleep in the middle of a speech. I'm telling you, America is the greatest. Everything and all that. That's what I told everybody. And you know what? Alaska's in America. True story. I didn't know this. Like, are you having a stroke, Trump? I wish it was weed. We wish it was weed.
We wish it was. I was like, all right, that excuses it. Like, all right, cool. Nah.
Trump has been doing exotic drugs since the late 70s. Okay, look, I hate to say he's rich. He is rich, so let's just be real. You know what I mean? He's been taking the shit that just got on the market like 10 years ago. Like, you're late.
Sir, how do you have hopes that the 12th Army, who's supposed to be led by General Wink, will come in magically and save Berlin?
Because in his mind, he thought that the energy was on some USA shit with the eagle flying in with a tank, that kind of energy and shit. And the 12th Army wasn't exactly that. It was literally like the Great Value version of that, which is a duck with maybe a pistol in his hand or something. I don't know.
In other words, they approached the Red Army and this has happened.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck was that? I'm sorry, man. No, I wasn't thinking about it.
I wasn't thinking.
But in the Dolph's mind,
bro.
You know what, Chris? I used to make fun of you when we used to watch Cowboys games and the Cowboys would be losing by 21. And this optimistic fuckhole over here is like, hey, D, all we need to do, Chris, stop. It is 2 minutes left.
One time. Okay.
Victory are you looking for?
Here's the funny part, Sue.
This is why I need that. Chris, this is why I need that gif of you and the Cowboys.
Oh, no.
The glasses.
I'm just going to say it right now. Dallas Cowboys going to Super Bowl. I'm saving it for when they win the Super Bowl. Oh, my dick is going to be on the table.
Oh, man. We are going to be fucking obnoxious. I'm talking.
Bianca's gonna be looking back like I'm about to marry this nigga, but you know what? Fucking have fun, Chris. Like that's how obnoxious I'm gonna be.
Her ass from Texas. What the fuck? She all right. She'll live. She'll live.
I'm just saying the obnoxious levels of me and D is gonna be every day. Even during the offseason, the NFL might have Cowboys regalia on if that happens. The point is,
we need to fight for Germany, mein Führer. That's what we need to do. Goebbels, how Goebbels looked like to everybody else when he said all of that ridiculous bullshit.
This is what's wrong with today. The young ladies today, they're not learning from mom how to cook with losing recipes.
Also this.
Okay, bitch, you said it. I would also like to add that if I was in the third, commanding any army, knowing that every time I walk outside, I see checkpoints, and every single checkpoint looks like this. Like,
boy, Eris, they were surrounded by their it's like this. Hey, man, the bases are getting closer to the fucking building.
I mean, I'm talking everywhere you look, it's an L, a capital L. Like, if you have not left the country, please pick out a plot and bury yourself.
Please, do find the road. We might make you live. We don't know. We're Russia. We kind of fucked up ourselves. Because to give the Russians this, they really weren't too hard on the German people until Stalin was like, all right, Stalin, we need you to fix all of the Eastern Bloc after you took over try to fight Germany. I understand that. And there needs to be free elections. Okay. You know what he did? Communist economy.
No. Wait, you got it
Beautiful
wrong.
Russia, full of red.
No, dude, you got it wrong. You went. The last two should have been communist, socialist, communist.
More socialist. It still falls under the banner of USSR.
Surprisingly socialist.
But they're a little bit too free. We don't like them too much.
The amount of suicides that happened when the Russian army came in, I have to imagine.
Finally!
My head canon is that some Russian soldier comes up to some German soldier and was like, I'll let you go if you drink this Russian vodka. And the German guy's like, fuck your vodka.
I will only eat strudel.
I will only eat the finest. I will only eat the finest foods at Audi. At Audi. Really? That existed? Yes. Actually, the Nazis had a little bit to do. No. Keep going to Audis, people. Keep going to Audis. And keep buying Fantas, too. And Mercedes-Benzes. And Volkswagens. You know what? Pretty much any German product made before 1940. Keep going.
Adidas.
Is Adidas like Adidas wasn't with the Nazis, were they?
Been around for a long time. They had a huge ass market. Had a huge ass market share.
Yeah.
Nike couldn't even touch them.
Yeah.
Until they got Jordan.
Hey. And the Germans. Matter of fact,
I believe there was a quota. There was a quota on how many black people that they wanted to use as a spokesperson because if I'm not mistaken, Jordan wanted to go to Adidas. Adidas didn't want him.
No,
they did not want him.
You know what's funny to me? Look, as human beings, you give us an inch, we'll go the extra mile. I feel that if Hitler wasn't on the tier that he was, that nigga would be like one. You know how they did Albert Einstein and Nike and shit, where they try to splice that shit? They would do that shit to Hitler. If Hitler was not like on that tip, his ass would have been plastered on some fucking Adidas shit.
In other words, if he had never approached a damn podium,
if he never touched the Holocaust, if he was never near the Holocaust, his ass would be on an Adidas black and white picture or some shit.
You know, guys.
Wait. No, I got you, CJ. First of all, he would not be on the shoe. This man would be a fucking box T drop for Supreme.
The third flight.
The third flight, yes.
Them red and black junks. Woo. Every year.
And and every 10 years, that shit gets retroed.
Yo, they got like people be putting their own like political people on there because in this version of the world, Hitler was more of a rebel than he was actually a fucking, psychopath. So,
yeah.
Which, here's the funny thing, Che Guevara, no, psychopath. Fucking Castro, psychopath. Every fucking leader you like, psychopath. Barack Obama, quiet psychopath.
Quiet.
Well, Obama, drone edition.
Drone edition. I ain't stressed out like the rest of you people. All I said was bombs over Baghdad. Seriously, I killed over 1,000 people. One of the most bloodiest presidents ever lived. Like every politician has some. Every politician has fucking evil to it. And we was talking about it when we was doing our G.I. Joe Chris. We was talking about Ronald Reagan. And we're just mad that G.I. Joe didn't take the initiative and made Hawk a version of Ronald Reagan. The Ronald Reagan that every Republican thinks exists because Ronald Reagan was never in the army. The same way they treat. Do you know there are people that went in the military that see Donald Trump and go, he cares about me. See, Ronald Reagan at least sucked your dick because he learned from his wife. So we understood that. And all right, I need you to go down there and kill as many commies as you can. But sir, that's Nicaragua. I don't care. Go to Nicaragua. Go to Nicaragua. Go to Guatemala and go to Panamax. In Panama. Where am I?
Why?
Here's my thing. At least, Bush and the Republicans, they echo, the boomer I was in World War II sort of grit to them, right? So it's like, all right, cool. I can buy your bullshit even if it is stupid, right?
Yeah.
But you gonna tell me, and I'm just gonna say it must be some Gen Z military folks. You looked at Trump, who doesn't even look like he has even touched a gun in his life. And that's like, it's like,
let alone knew how to do a damn push-up.
Yeah, it's like, because at least even with Bush Jr., it's like, okay, I can kind of see how you're sucking his dick. All right, cool. Fine. You know what? I don't agree with it, but
George Bush at least cosplayed military people.
Yeah, you kind of bought into it, like, all right, cool.
Donald Trump hasn't did a fresh run since 1989. I'm talking wake up in the morning, do a lap. He has not done that since 1989. And the only reason why he did that was because, well, Ivanka, I do want to kind of fuck longer. And, those 15 seconds, they got to be more than that. I agree, Donald. Money, please.
Money makes life happy.
Did make Hitler happy.
And you know what? Mediocre blowjobs from here on out. And then I'll call you a whore when you die. And I'll see you. I really think Trump secretly killed Ivanka Trump. I really think he really did. Not Ivanka, Ivana, whatever her wife's name was. I forgot her name. Yeah, I think he secretly had her killed, but that's just D.
Is there any? I still cannot believe that woman is in fact a former first lady.
Weirder things have happened.
Oh, Melania?
Yeah.
Wow.
She gave hope to prostitutes everywhere.
I mean, she really did.
What? Vonda's gonna sue 3BG?
No, you took my joke. You took my joke, and I'm insulted because now I can't call her OnlyFans whore. Because to be honest with you, I think Melania actually made money, so I don't think she's an OnlyFans whore.
She's a top dollar whore.
Yeah, I am a top dollar whore. I will do everything. If you want to shit on me, that costs extra $2,000.
Nah, she bought OnlyFans stock in the very beginning, pre-pandemic.
I have lots of businesses with the Chinese.
Can you imagine if computer existed and you get the last will and testament of Adolf Hitler on Twitch?
Sir,
Boy,
first of all,
look, Hitler like this in the camera. Life in the bunker.
Like, share, subscribe, kids.
Him ending. No,
how are you doing? Hi, Hitler. All to everybody. So, as you see, it's not going good right now. It's not going good right now. I like to thank all of our subscribers from America. I like how you're going against the United States government, and the United States government is not worrying about all the German people that live in that country because they're actually German people are helping them win the war. And then when they win the war and all that shit, they're going to dump them and act like they try to ruin America. And it's a really, really fucked up thing that the CIA does. Again, 3 black geeks, we love life. If we end up dead because of the CIA, we didn't kill ourselves. The point is that it feels like Hitler really just like I said, anyway, I like how Hitler just really, here's the thing. I will give it up. He did it the right way. If I'm gonna shoot myself, y'all take me outside, bury me in a junk, and burn me. They ain't gonna find my body. Ain't gonna have no dude named Ivan.
Is that even true? Is that even true though? Because I heard there was so many different accounts of what happened to Hitler. Like I remember because I remember like going through, you go through grade school and you hear about Hitler, and the biggest one was, Hitler died in the bunker.
He did.
So
he died in the bunker, and they dumped in the pit.
Yeah, according to history, he definitely pulled that trigger, and both him and David Braun were put into a pit right outside the door, right outside the bunker. In fact, dumped an ass load of petrol, and were burnt.
Oh, cremated.
Burnt, cremated until there was nothing. Nothing remained.
Same thing with his bestie. That nigga was like, "Did you kill the children?" "Yes, I did." How Hitler? I love Deutschland so much.
Cool.
So what Sue just
No, Goebbels is a son of a bitch. Fuck him. Seriously, he is one of the biggest war criminals of all time. F him. So whatever.
So what you're saying is some crazy dumbass and scientist right now can't clone Hitler is what you're saying.
No,
thank God.
No, it's not possible. In fact, just so you know, when everybody was getting offed inside that bunker, your boy on the radio, when he was left alone. My man, they looked at him and said, "You are no longer needed. You're free to do whatever you wish. I swear to you, this was his very, very last transmission.
Attention campers, lunch has been canceled today due to lack of hustle. Deal with it.
Hung up the headphones, took off the Xeon uniform.
Nigga look like fucking Will Smith at the end of Fresh Prince.
He did this. Time to play my favorite song of all time. And just one look at you. And I know it's going to be. He's just walking out. We just won an award, y'all. He's just walking out. A lovely day, lovely day. You see all these dead Nazis. Lovely day. And it's the long one where Bill Withers killing. A lovely day. You just see all these dead Nazis.
How the hell did Tarantino not do this yet?
Missed opportunity.
Boy.
Pure missed opportunity.
Boy. My girl tries to make it across the border. She barely makes it. But, the Russians are having fun right now, saying like, oh, this is wonderful. We are free now. Stalin will actually give us money. Hey, Petro, come here, kid. That's not happening. No. You work for the USSR. Communism is good.
About that.
Russia and US.
Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Russian USA like, oh, touche, Russia.
I also need y'all. I need y'all to understand as well. The last remaining troops still trying to fight for the third, despite everybody pretty much being despite everybody pretty much being fertilizer at the damn bunker at this point. Noticed that they said, yeah, sure. Yeah, we're gonna fight. All right, so what we're gonna do is when these motherfuckers show up, we're gonna surrender unconditionally. Does anybody have a problem with that?
No.
Anybody?
No. Okay.
No. Hold on. No. two freaking soldiers in the third actually off themselves because they refused to surrender.
I love Deutschland so much, dude. There is no Deutschland right now. It's about to be annexed by all of Russia. Okay,
look.
It's about to be It's about to be Adidas suits and communistic cars that can't run everywhere.
Russia is about to drop a colony on.
Look, this is the reason why I always push back on folks that be like, why did you join the military? I'm like, first off, I didn't join the military out of some loyalty for the USA. Fuck the USA. But I live here, so hey, I had
Minecraft.
Yeah, obviously. But like, there's no like that's how the guy was. He's like, look, I love Germany, but I don't love Germany. I'm surrendering. Fuck this.
No, because they knew what was the point.
We ain't got time for this, man. Life is precious, y'all.
No, at this point, no. All life is precious. Everything is a circle, dude. The
beauty in all of us,
sir. The Dolph is gone. What's the point? The Dolph is gone.
Adolf the Dolph Hitler. Just say that shit on the back of a fucking damn jersey and shit. The Dolph.
The Dolph. Yes.
Number 0 for 0 wins.
For 0.
I'm mad that you said that.
No, number
Dolph
0.
Hitler.
Hold up.
I'm here to show the world. I'm here to show the world.
No. Hey, CJ. Number 0. Because this was in the very beginning when he got his jersey. Number 0 for 0 L's. Woo! That shit aged.
Remember that too.
Like cottage cheese in the summertime.
Oh man.
Sorry. This was they had banners up. They had banners up and everything, bro.
Well, we know the Third Reich definitely ain't going to no bowl game this year, so you know.
Oh man, they're not a good playoff team. That's the thing I've been telling you, Chris. They're not a good playoff team.
Nigga, they didn't even make it to the preseason.
Nah, they got
no.
They made it to the playoffs and immediately got swept by the 8th seed, which was freaking Russia.
Hang on, dude. No, see, the reason why I said they didn't make it is because right after Hitler's birthday, that's when the country was getting swept. This was preseason. They was done.
Oh no, sir. No.
This ain't game 7. I need y'all to chill.
No. This is the play-in.
Oh yeah, it is because they were up. It was up 3-1. This is a 7-game series. They about to lose this shit.
I refuse to give them that credibility.
Nah, sir. You'll both like.
I hate to be that person, Harris. Ooh, the historian in me. Actually, yes. 3 solid ass victories and 1 bad one, which was, well, sir, the Americans into the war. We good.
Nah.
What'd you do? I shot myself in the foot. We good.
Go ahead, Chris.
They literally lost in the play-in tournament to get into the playoffs.
Yes, I would like to believe that.
Lost to the 10th seed. But you know what the best part about all this? The best part about all this, when it comes to evil, we always say that America's evil and everybody else is evil. But this was the most evilest move that was put on right after everything was taken over. Russia, America, and England. I mean, England had a meeting, and it was like, it's good. It's great. Wait, isn't it great, Stalin? We won the war. Like you made it all the way to Berlin and won the war. Tsar Alexander made it all the way to Paris. Hey, real quick, stay right there, bro. Hey, this nigga already
starting it up.
Already, I don't think he. All right, listen. Hey, real quick. Hey, Stalin, do you know about? Guess what we got? We got this thing called an atom bomb. Yes, I seen atom bomb from my spy people. I mean, what is that? They immediately started going into Cold War shenanigans the second they were done with the Germans.
Hold on, no, D, I gotta stop you there for a hot second. There was one thing. This was the straw that broke the camel's back across everything that started the Cold War. England pulls America to the side. Hey, let me holler at you right quick. Hey, you want this tea and crumpet real quick? Hey, no, never mind. That's not the point. Listen, I got word from Italy. You heard about Mussolini, nigga? Oh, he got. He got. He gone. Like kapow. Yeah.
What about the Japanese? Well, America is going to find a way to cut them for the next 40 years, them and all the rest of the Asia Pacific for the next 40 years, just so we can get mowed over by the Chinese and Koreans in the 2000s.
What is the 2000s?
By then, black people might have freedom. Black people have freedom in your country. That's a British joke, you see. They don't have freedom over here either. Whites.
No, but I'm dead serious. Like everything. I wouldn't say everything with the shit, but I remember one of the last things that made Hitler smile before he pulled the trigger was learning the death of Mussolini. Because he considered him a traitor too. He was happy that he was dealt with.
What do you have to tell me? What do you have to tell me, sir? We must tell you, Starscream was killed. Good. That's exactly what that was.
So,
hey, I'm just saying. You mentioned Starscream. Yo, Starscream when he kicked Megatron off Astro Train.
We're still doing that movie again.
Oh yeah,
we are so doing this movie again. We are doing the Transformers movie, man. Good Lord, that movie was so much fun.
No, but
there was one person I wanted to mention. Now, when homegirl who was the who was Hitler's last editor, she escaped with
Peter.
With a friend of hers. I mean, well, besides the kid, but it was another person that escaped. That's actually pretty important, and it's still been making the rounds all over the freaking internet because everybody's been wanting to know what happened. Was Hitler's former cook and dietitian, Constance Manzarati.
Okay, I'm gonna be real. You said dietitian. First off, one of the things that kind of irks me about Nazis is like, oh, we're the master race. I'm like, nigga, y'all age like bananas. How are you the master race again? How?
Bananas. Bananas. Oh, Chris.
Like no. Because in the year
Spots and everything. Spots and everything.
in the year 2023,
In
all right,
current year. In
current year, there are people that believe that, and I'm like, bro, check your skin tone. I'm 40, you're 40, and you look like you're about to die. There's a difference. I'm not 40 yet, but still, point stands.
Have you heard of alkaline?
Thank you.
Have you heard
of water?
Have you heard of a thing called the Negro skincare system? Yes.
Unfortunately, you cannot get melanin. I have it. You
know, soap.
Cocoa butter is only accessible to us Negroes.
I'm gonna take it simple.
Shea and tea leaf.
Soap and a loofah. Scrub your body. Not use the soap and put it on your body. Loofah scrub.
Son, soft serve.
White people right now, Chris. White people right now.
Bad touch. Bad touch. Stranger danger.
Moisturizer.
What do you mean I gotta do it every day? Can't you just take a bath like every 4 to 8 days? 4 to 8?
Are you familiar? Are you familiar with deodorant?
Do you already, nigga? Yeah. How long you go? If I go 3 days, I am ashamed of myself. 2 days at the max.
Look.
Yes, you don't want to dry out your skin. That's a very important thing, and people do have this tendency of overshowering. That is one thing that white people got right. The problem is white people have this idea that, oh, that means just once a week to bathe. No, Chadwick, it doesn't mean that. You stanky, musky ass motherfucker. It don't mean that. Humming like a motherfucking barbershop quartet. Bo ass B.O. coming around me and shit.
You can't be giving me Vietnam flashbacks to late 90s, early 2000s anime conventions because I'm like,
that is a musk that will not come back. That is a elegant musk that y'all will never smell. And good. The master race. The master race. Dutch.
Well, where I was going with this was, so when everyone left the bunker, well, the ones that decided to live and escape, when they left the bunker and they tried everything possible to escape the Red Army. I mean, we're talking ducking and dodging, hopping in underbrushes and shit. At some point, I remember, she tried to go and disguise herself. Now they were hanging out at a water supply area, right, just outside Berlin, and I remember she was wearing a like a Wehrmacht jacket.
Oh yeah,
and she went to find some civilian clothes while the others waited for her. Now, as soon as she had made, as soon as she got probably about a good 10, 20 steps out, right?
Mm-hmm.
We see her being carried towards the U-Bahn subway tunnel by 2 Soviet soldiers. And she assured everybody, they just want to see my papers. She was never heard or seen ever again. To this day, she still disappeared without a trace.
There's a bullet in the back of her head, and she has bones underneath the road right
I'm
now.
saying, did they old yellow her and shit? Just...
Oh yeah, they did.
But here's the thing: you get old yeller, it's still there would be traces. Like this woman disappeared without a trace.
Oh no,
she got the Heisenberg treatment.
No, that looks like pure mafia move. Like disappear that body.
Like, bro,
the one thing,
put in a barrel, hydrofluoric acid.
The one thing about war is that when war happens, there are refugees and there are people just left to the elements of getting shot and captured, slave, whatever it may be. And yeah, a lot of people got shot in the back of their head just for their troubles. Like, even if we wanted to keep you, you're going to slow us down type shit. You know what I mean? And the Russians
Breaking
It
up,
was
D.
weird. The Russians were. Oh,
you're good. You're
but
good
yeah,
now.
they took over and shit. Yeah, they took over and shit. And it is a question mark on how good they are, but for the most part, a lot of them got killed. A lot of them disappeared, like you said. And especially in war, after wartime happens, yeah, it's like, well, my father worked, like, well, your great grandmother worked for the Nazis. And what happened to her? We have no paperwork. Oh, grandma got clipped. You know what I mean? So that happens. That happened a lot, man. I think, and it's kind of sad. Like her one friend said she was going to stay over. She actually lived.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was another friend, and she's like, I'm just tired. I'm just going to stay here. And luckily for her, she lived. What she went through, I don't know. But it's the war. It's wartime. So hopefully she didn't have to use her mouth or her hands. That's all I got to say.
You know what?
I know a number of people, like a lot of former generals of the third, the ones that still stuck around. They tried to escape. A lot of them got caught, and they were put in prisons.
Yep.
Like, prisons.
I mean, where else were they going to
Died in prison.
Yeah.
A bunch of them died in prison. Some made it out. A bunch of them died in the 90s, which makes me say, really? Y'all just let them Nazis just live and not throw tomatoes every time they go to the grocery store? You know what I mean?
Well, you know how much time had passed at that point. I don't think anybody would have even.
Well, of course.
You know, some of them wouldn't even recognize them. Now, unless they just happen to have the one remaining photo not faded that survived all the blastings and explosions and in the army.
That one nigga that's still going hard.
That one photo. No, I was gonna say that one photo that sits in their room of them, like with the Third Reich hat, the swastika, and everything. Like, why do you still hold that up? That's from a time that you should have long buried.
You know what?
And forgotten.
And then the motherfucking excuses come up. This is what I have been through. And what is German culture? And that's where it's none of our business because we're American.
I don't understand.
So, you know what I mean? At that point, we ain't got nothing to do with that.
I think even watching this movie, I stay not confounded, but just anybody that sits there and acts like the Nazis are the fucking damn primetime Lakers and shit. Well, I'm like, hey man, like you're supporting a bunch of losers, right? Like, so what are we doing here?
This is the James Harden Rockets, thinking that they're gonna win everything, and fucking Hitler still taking threes.
Does he gain weight? Does he gain weight on purpose so he can get traded to another team?
No, he just stopped passing the ball to the best general, Chris Paul, and they actually lose and he gets hurt, and then he loses his best general. Wow, this is eerie. You know what? I don't want to put that on my fucking James Harden. I mean, let's stop. It's getting eerily close. What happened?
Nah, but it's just weird to be that and the Confederates, and I'm like, hey, y'all some bunch of losers
The
here.
Confederates got they ass whooped in a whole different other sectional way. The way they lost was this is what happened. Let me tell you, this was their motivation. The first battle that happened in South Carolina, they won commandingly. Do you know what the Confederates thought? Yeah, the Union about to give up. 4 more years. I'm not joking. They were so in command of their first win. They thought that the Union was going to give up, and Abraham Lincoln was going to be the pussy at the time, Republican, and fold. And he was like, "Put the hands up. Put them hands up. Let's go. Let's go." The Union got their shit rocked until about the end of the war, where the dude on the $50 bill started just suplexing everybody. So, yeah.
But guys, you don't understand. It's the ghost of Stonewall Jackson.
The ghost of Stonewall Jackson. Stonewall Jackson was imagine Draymond Green won 2 games for you. That is what Stonewall Jackson was. Him getting shot by his own Confederate is the reason why he died. In other words, Jordan Poole punched that nigga in the face, and his whole career never recovered from that.
hurt.
Analogies.
The analogies is
tired of
even
them
more
too.
funny to present day things, and you're right. That's what makes it so fucking hilarious. It's man, oh man. But like, nah, it's just interesting seeing different interpretations of the last and final days of the Germans and the Third Reich and Hitler. It's it's so fixated in the media because even to the you just named the game series fuck
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein, their interpretation of
Wolfenstein.
Hitler. Yeah, Wolfenstein is like their interpretation is so like very much stereotype Hitler that you don't feel like they could have probably went a different direction with it. So it's just kind of just everything surrounding it is just kind of wild to me, honestly.
It's like the whole thing is just wild. Like especially when you see it unfolded the way it was in this movie.
Just like I said, the deaths of innocent folks that were like, yo, we're about to lose. Why are we fighting again? Like this ain't real.
Not just about to lose. Y'all full on lost. Period.
Well, and even the open call to arms from like young to old, and even those people are like, what? Why are we fighting again? Why?
The dumbass kids is like, I get to fight beside Hitler. No, kid, I'm going to be on the ground.
Yeah, you know what that
You
reminds-
can shoot.
I'm going to tuck myself in with a bullet.
Gundam analogy, literally like them kids that jumped in them GMs and Thunderbolt, thinking they the Federation's yay.
Nah, nigga, you ain't Amuro.
You ain't
a new type, dog. I need you to chill out.
Go get that guy, pal. Trust me, you're not that guy. Okay.
All right, Thunderbolt when all them kids saw that Gundam and they were like, "Oh my god, yeah!" And I'm like, "You're about to die." You know that, right?
Nah, fam. I need you to stop. Stop it. You're not a new type. Please get out. Like, listen, get out of the cockpit. Go get a juice box. Take a nap. Just no. You have no part in
the
this.
way I would have been like, "Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, guys," and be in that bathroom the whole fucking time. Like, couldn't be me. Could be me. Like. And like I said, I think that's just the whole power of the Nazis as a symbol anyway. It's just people just bought into the propaganda. You know?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Really, that's what it was. The one thing, if I can say one more thing about Hitler, the one thing that a lot of people say that's very similar, and I'm not doing a whole little, like I said, MAGA is the Third Reich. I'm not doing that shit, but there is one thing that's very similar. Much like Trump, everybody that was not with the Nazis in Germany would literally hear Hitler flying through the Evenflyven and all that shit. And they be like, this nigga don't make any sense.
This is stupid. Why?
Why are y'all falling for this? Oh, Hitler. What? Do you hear what he's saying? Like, there was a huge, gigantic push with socialists, with the Christians and everybody in Germany. There's a whole lot of interesting stories how the Germans were going to get settled at the time, but a lot of them internment camps, killed, all the rest of that shit. So it's fucking crazy, and that's why it's so kind of not heartbreaking, but just deep at the end where homegirl said, my youth was not an excuse for me joining the Nazis. You know how many young people were fighting the Nazis? And that's what I see when I see with MAGA, where it's like, do any of you stupid country white people hear a word he said?
No, D, because they were too.
He's not going to take care of you.
D, they were too bit like the whole time they were at the rallies doing this. All right,
Harris.
And then when hold on.
That is a very accurate depiction of the black Republicans. Black Republicans, they get on my nerves. Hey, yeah, man, I'm here with my boy Trumpo. Shit like that.
But then wait a second. Then hold on a second. But then when he actually says something that's stupid enough to make them go,
this is wonderful.
That's excellent. It's excellent.
Yeah.
This is wonderful.
Cinema.
This is cinema. Hey, and you know what? I always say it to all the motherfucking meathead virgins at age 36 listening to them niggas.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
36-year-old virgin didn't know they exist.
Chris, I'm just saying, I'm just keeping it real. D always got made fun of in high school for this, and now I can make fun of the niggas that never grew up out of high school, where it's like, dog, you are 37. why are you still thinking that a woman has to snap to your will because you have a decent job in an office? You're only making $55,000 a year, dude. No, I need you to chill.
D, I can answer that question for you.
High value man.
D, I can answer that question for you. Because I spent my 20s working on myself.
Nigga, if you don't get the fuck out of here, you can get out of here.
I don't need to worry about self-control.
Go home.
Look, man, I'm telling you, man, the game changer happened when women was like, you have no power here. I have zero problems being alone. Thank you. Like that fucked men up immediately. So it was like, yo, you really had to pull that Morgan Freeman, either get busy living or get busy dying.
Or as they were telling everybody on that podcast, invest in Chewy. Like, brothers, invest in Chewy. It's gonna be a lot of lonely women.
Hey, Elon Musk about to make them robot chicks. I guess.
Oh,
yeah. About to get a fucking damn Matrix robot women rebellion. No, I don't want that. Y'all had like
social
skills.
So D, what's on the docket for us? What are we doing? What are we tackling?
Christmas time is here.
I know we pretty much on break.
Fuck. I have no idea.
It's Christmas.
I did not set up a Christmas movie for us.
Year in review. Got a lot of events. We never talked about
that. Let's do it. That let's just do a year in review because
year in review. But time out.
What you got?
I don't know if we did this. Did we do it? Did we do Endless Waltz for Christmas?
Yeah,
we did.
Yes, years ago.
Okay.
We did.
I don't know why the thought crossed my mind right now. I'm like, did we do a Christmas? I don't know, but yeah, year in review. You know.
We got a number of events that we went to this year.
Yeah.
Well, no,
not just us, but this whole fucking earth went through shit.
Yeah, I mean, more than anything else, it's. Look, man, it ain't gonna be January 6th, but goddamn it, this 2023 has been trying times, and we've seen a lot of bizarre shit, bizarre deaths. And yet, I feel when we record that, there's something stupid that's gonna fucking happen even more. I don't know why. I just feel it in my bones a little bit. So
don't do that. It'll be a riot when we try to record, and all of America is flipping out. We're talking live.
Somebody did say Tokyo Godfathers.
Three Black Geeks need to talk about what we should do.
Yes. We have to talk on this, but the interview will happen.
Because I didn't set nothing up. Because will definitely happen. It'll definitely happen. What do you think? What you think? What's going to happen? Shit.
Yeah. So yeah.
Anyway, that was Downfall.
Downfall. We made it funny for you guys and entertaining and informative because that's what we do at 3BG.
Yeah, when we decide to punch up when we decide to go one punch above punching Hitler in the face as Captain America.
You said punch up. I mean, isn't that technically not? That's the only way you can go. You can't punch down on Hitler.
No.
Got to go up unless you want to kick him in the nuts. Then punch down. Whoa.
Well, I can't necessarily kick dirt now, can I? I can't necessarily kick dirt in the nuts now, can I? Because the man.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Unless
I can't punch the result of a Thanos snapping. Okay, I can't do that.
That man's Kentucky Fried Austrian right now, under the earth, worm food. He was worm food. If you wanted to get a piece of him, 1967 passed, and that was the last you could have got any of it.
I just thought of just now because T mentioned G.I. Joe earlier. Some racist person tries to do like a racist MAGA version of Serpentor where it's like Hitler.
I was about to say Hitler, Dick Cheney, Who was that? Storm Thurman.
Strom Thurmond.
Truman, whatever his name.
Wait,
Strom Thurmond. Yeah.
One other person, homeboy who stormed the Capitol with the Viking gear,
and an actual fucking patriot who. I'm gonna be real with you. He was really a 76, but they're going to give him steroids to make him a 95, which is John McCain.
And also splice him with a little bit of the sensibilities of Captain Midlands. Very conservative.
And also make sure that he has Michael Vick's vision field from Madden 05.
Okay. So what we have here, Homelander.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Homelander.
Homelander.
There you go. You know what, guys? Why are you beating around the bush? Just say Homelander. Jesus.
Jump off the roof.
You know what? It's perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Down to the roots.
Hey, tune on the camera. Josh Birnbaum, step on up. Get on the scale, son. All right. Get off the scale.
Okay, then.
There are moments at 3BG that I envy D's editing skills of doing something like that, and I aspire to get to that point. So when he does stuff like this, that's why you get paid the big bucks, D, at 3BG.
I'm sorry, what? Paid? What?
Dude, the fact that you took the time to edit that shit in. I mean, just see the fucking swastika moving. I know if you had enough time, you
it would have looked a lot smoother.
No.
It would have looked a lot smoother.
No, if you had enough time, you would have got the JonTron clip of him going, "Lord resistance."
I wanted it with the Russian sickle, and I didn't have enough time for it.
If you did that. It was too good.
I feel as minorities, we can make fun of the Germans and have so many fucking varieties of it, and it's so hilarious.
You know what? Stop.
Stop.
Real quick. We do have one more to do. We do have one more movie to do.
What?
I promise to do this, and I promise to do this for early in the year, and we're going to have to do this. We're going to end our year with our last review with a movie that takes place here in Washington, D.C. And a movie that took place that we all saw take place, and a movie where we like, wow, my dad worked there, my mama worked there, my cousin worked over there. Yep, that happened. Yeah, that happened. Yeah, that happened. And people that from D.C.
Oh, yeah.
is like, what are you talking about? Dick Cheney ran this fucking city.
Vice.
We are going to do Vice. Vice is Vice, Eris. If you never seen it, right?
Now I need to watch it.
Eris, when you get done, you're going to be like me and Chris. We walked out.
Like Chris, throughout that whole movie.
I was like, so Chris, what'd you give that? I think we saw a movie of the year. This was 3 Black Geeks movie of the year. It was good.
Me and D were kikiing through the movie like, oh my God, I remember this.
Boy, here are other critics who worked at the DOD. Yeah. That one old white lady was like, he had it on the 15th floor. I knew it. Yeah, he did. Dick Cheney had so many hiding spots in Washington, D.C. Me and Eris can say this. Our moms worked for OPM. He had like a couple in there where he was just hiding. He had like 3 spots in the Pentagon. He had like several spots in the FBI. This nigga had bunkers all through the city. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's the Popeyes in Southeast.
Basically,
what's his hiding spot?
Basically, what D is saying, people, is imagine, if you will, you're playing Resident Evil 1, and at the very beginning, you given access to every single map throughout the entire game without opening a single door.
And then this movie had the audacity to give me Tyler Perry, Colin Powell, something that I never wanted, but I actually love.
And the movie did the same thing that Downfall did. You sympathize with Dick Cheney, but it came from, so you just been evil your whole life. And they did this one symbolic part where he has no heart. Eris, when you see it, you like this. This is probably one of the best movies I've seen, man. This is a good flick. Oh man, he tells his wife, "You're a dyke." I mean, he tells his daughter, "You're a dyke. I don't like you." And he was like, "No, come to daddy. I love you." And then abandoned her at the end of the fucking movie. Wonderful, Dick. Wonderful.
Also, Meth Damon narrating the movie.
Oh man, Meth Damon was great in the movie. The only thing that got me with all of this, and I know you can't make it too silly, but a part of me thinks if Will Ferrell, who was the producer of the movie, if Will Ferrell played George Bush straight, it would have been great. Like, he's still a dumbass, but they played straight for drama. It would have been great. But yeah, Vice is. We got to do Vice. We have to do Vice.
Yeah.
That has to be the last thing we do this year.
Cool.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, we poked fun at the whole thing with the Nazis and all that.
Call them the Dolph, sir.
I did. I had to give him that name because I didn't necessarily. Yeah, I know it sounds cool on paper, but the fact that I'm attaching that name to one of the most terrible individuals to ever.
Hey, Chris, 90s advertisement.
But my point is this:
the Dolph can't lose.
My point is this, Jordan. As someone who was born in East Germany,
yes,
I feel as though I'm in the right.
His dad worked discotheques.
Pretty much, yes.
Please take off your shirt. I'm American, nigga. Chill, bro. The Negro said, "No, he is full of rage. Let his dance harder."
Here's the sick part. I've seen Aaron's dad. I feel he would act the same way. Like,
fuck up.
Aaron's dad probably would say that exact same.
Mind control.
Well, this is like late 70s, early 80s.
Euro intensified.
I don't even. I know listen. I know we were driving back. We was on this car trip and we were coming back home, and I'm just hearing stories I've never heard before about my dad being a DJ. I'm not gonna put it out here, but good God, like the stuff I'm hearing, I'm looking at him different now. I'm like, I never knew any of this.
It wasn't, hey, yo, I know what you're thinking. Oh, man, Dad did something wild. No. What Eris told me, it was more of, pop that pussy! Pop that pussy! What, Dad? Yeah, about that.
I'm like, hold up. Then that's why I asked him, hold on. Was this South Korea or was this Germany? Like, where did you do this?
Look. Your dad on drunk, like laid out on drunk. They're taking him over to the pop. That was it. Pop. He DJing everywhere. He's like this. Everywhere. Everywhere.
I'm like, good God. Are any of these places still around? I'm just.
Are any of these places still around? Your dad, $1 million still. Go. Your dad. Hose, cherry syrup. Go. You know what, son? We can talk about something else, man.
Crazy. But yeah, Vice is gonna be.
My dad, look. My dad played junior college basketball, and in a junior college where the curfew was bad. My dad was a goon. That's all I can say. My dad was a goon, bro. Anyway.
Hold up.
So look, Eris, look. All my fathers got like a one thing. Yeah, I ain't gonna talk about that, son.
It's like, don't want to talk about that today.
Nah. I'll tell you when I'm looking over. We can talk. Yeah, but right now you like 14. I can't do that.
Oh my God, man. Man, oh man.
He's like this, Dad. It's like, Dad, did you have any buttons? Do you have any buttons that you pressed that had sound effects? $1 million. Stare again. You see your dad press a button. It says Das Chocolate, and all these naked German girls get covered in chocolate. Man, we didn't have that until like later, son.
I would like to.
Why are you still telling me questions?
I would like to imagine that. Like
Das Chocolate.
I would like to imagine something was as nutty as that because I mean, let's be real here, man.
That little Eric made it worse. I said chocolate, and you said nutty. Now I see your dad and a bunch of niggas acting like they skeeting, but it's nuts. Go.
I'm only saying because I know because I know when it came to the tech. I know when it came to the tech that they used like back then, it was nothing but what was it? Techniques, like fucking techniques, and probably a Behringer mixer or some shit. I don't know.
Boy, your dad come out. Music makes you lose control. All those German girls run to this dance floor. The Negro is playing. Look, Eric, you got it from somewhere. Your dad go to the motherfucking turntable. I mean, smooth as a motherfucker. Get on there.
I really refuse to believe that my dad had that in him. I really refuse.
That's messed up. I give my dad the benefit of the doubt. My dad was, like I said, my dad was a goon. He was a GTA character until he turned about 21 years old, okay? My dad had to find Jesus, okay?
Anyways, folks, we're out of here. See you later.
Anyway, peace. Oh, good.